Moses had his own fear. Praise the Lord. When he was called, let's see Exodus chapter 3 verse 10. Exodus chapter 3 verse 10. Come now therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. Verse 11. And Moses said unto God, who am I, that I should go unto Pharaoh, and that I should bring forth the children of Israel out of Egypt? We know the story of Moses very well. Moses had an history with the children of Israel. With the Egyptians. He had been there before. Some things had happened, and he fled the land of Egypt. And God is now calling him to go back to Egypt. He was knowledgeable about the land of Egypt. He know how powerful Pharaoh is. He know that anything Pharaoh says should go, we go. He knows that when they say go and kill, then there is nobody that will question that. He knows how powerful Pharaoh is. And you now say one small boy called Moses should go and stand in front of Pharaoh and tell him, Pharaoh, let my people go. So Moses said, who am I to go before Pharaoh? The same question you are asking yourself. Who am I to stand in front of people and say, give your life to Jesus? What do I have? That's the same thing many of us are saying. Who am I to stand before the people? Praise the Lord. The second excuse Moses gave is, what shall I say? Verse 13. And Moses said unto God, behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, the God of your father has sent me unto you. And they shall say to me, what is his name? What shall I say unto them? Did we see that? Because people, when you go and preach, and you are telling them, give your life to Jesus, they will ask you why. What is in it for me? Several times we have gone for evangelism, and people have said, before you can talk to me, first give me money. After you have given me money, I can now hear what you want to say. So Moses said, if I go before the children of Israel and I tell them God has sent me, they will say, oh, which God? What's his name? What shall I say unto them? But did God give him an answer or not? Let's see the next verse. 14. And God said unto him, I am that I am. And he said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am hath sent unto you. Moses was not satisfied. Moses went ahead to say, they will not believe me. The people I tried to help before, and they did not listen. You are now sending me to them again. They will not believe me. That's the same thing many of us are saying. If I go and preach and I tell people about Jesus, they will laugh at me. They will look at me and say, what is he saying? They will not believe. But the truth of the matter is, it is not our work to convict people. Our own work is to tell them the message. Deliver the message. That is simple. Some of them will even get into arguments. I grew up in the midst of a particular sect of people. I won't mention them. I grew up with them. And sometimes we have a lot of arguments concerning scriptures. The Bible did not say this. Christmas is not like this. You people should not do naming ceremony. This is not like that. They say all kinds of things. And we will sit down, we will analyze scriptures. They will not agree. When I see that you will not agree, Shebi, what you want to hear, I have heard you. Go, let me go. Praise the Lord. So, we need to understand that our own work is to deliver the message, not to force it on people. Praise the Lord. Then Moses also gave another excuse. He said, I am not eloquent. I am not eloquent. Many of us have also said the same thing. I am not an eloquent person. I can't even speak. I don't even know how to look at people eyeball to eyeball. I don't know how to talk to people. When I'm talking to people, I'm always looking down. I don't know how to talk to people eyeball to eyeball. It is people like you Jesus needs. It is people like you God is what? God is sending. Praise the Lord. So, we have seen Moses' excuses. Then let me ask us this evening, what is your own excuse? Did Moses, despite all his excuses, genuine excuses, despite all his excuses, did God use him or not? Can we answer? So, what then is your own excuse? If God still used Moses, God can still use you. Praise the Lord. We can see that in Exodus chapter 4, verse 7. There was also another man that had his own fears. Timothy was also had his own fears. And that was why Paul had to encourage him. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. For God had not given us. Did you see there? It didn't say, for God will not give us. It didn't say, for God is not going to give us. For God had not given us. So, God has given us something. There is something He gave us. There is something He did not give us. For God had not given us the spirit of fear. But what did God give us? The spirit of power, the spirit of love, and a sound mind. That is what God gave us. So, God did not give us fear. Anything fear did not come from God. Very clear. God has not given us the spirit of fear. What God gave you, what God gave you, what God gave me is the spirit of power. He gave us the spirit of love, and He gave us a sound mind. Praise the Lord. So we need to understand that. Paul also had his own fear. Paul also had his own fear. Acts chapter 18, verse 9 to 10. Let's just write that. We may not read that because of time. Acts chapter 18, verse 9 to 10. Then, another fear that grabs us is the